it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards. It's a new video for you today. I hope you can see how pretty this is, shiny. We're using the Noble Peacock products and some other things to make this. It's going to be a graduation card. One of my granddaughters graduates from high school this year. They're not going to have a ceremony, but I want to send her a card. So let's get started on this card. I'm using Very Vanilla cardstock, the thick Very Vanilla, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I've already stamped the inside. And I'm using this stamp set and the coordinating dies that go with it. These are in the annual catalog. I haven't used it for a while, so I thought this would be pretty good to make a graduation card with. So I took the this is the Noble Peacock DSP, and it's thick like cardstock, but it's DSP, and it is 5 1/4 by 4. And I took some gold glimmer paper. Now, all these sizes and product numbers will be on my blog. You'll find in the little down arrow right in the lower right corner, you'll find a link to my blog. This is using the stitched nested labels dies, a set of dies here, and I use the largest one to cut that out. And then I cut out the Noble Peacock right here, and this is using the Noble Peacock foil sheets, and you need a 5 by 3 inch piece approximately. And this piece should be 5 1/4 by 3 to cut it out. And then I cut out another one using the layering circles, and I believe I used the 3rd from the smallest for this. Or maybe the 4th. Let's see. Pretty sure it was this one right here. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, the 4th one, because this one's smaller. So it's the 4th from the smallest for this. And then for this, I used Very Vanilla cardstock, and I used the stitch shape framelits, and it's the 2nd to the smallest on that one. And let's see, I think that's everything. I used Blueberry Bushel ink, and then I did a piece of ribbon. This is the gold metallic edge ribbon, and it's the Very Vanilla color. And then I used the Noble Peacock rhinestones and a few other things. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is show you how I glued this to this, because sometimes things don't like to stick to glimmer paper. So I took and laid my peacock on its back, or on the good side down, and then I took some multi-purpose liquid glue and made a puddle on my silicone mat. And I took a piece of the sponge that you can get, and I've listed that on my blog, and I just dabbed this. And this wipes off. You can wash it off or just wipe it off when it dries. It rubs off. So I just dab this on here like this. Okay. And then I very carefully pick it up. Move this aside so I don't put my elbow in it. and then I can see where it kind of got extra on there, so you can just kind of wipe it off. And then I just laid this right here on this. It just fits. Yep. Now it's not wanting to stick. Like I said, things don't like to stick to this glimmer paper, so we'll see how good it sticks. It sticks pretty good after it's dried, so just take your paper towel and just kind of dab. And that kind of helps get some of the glue off the front of it. And then you'll be able to rub it off of there after it dries. Okay. Because I can see I got some right there. So just kind of get that off of there. Okay. Then I took this and put glue on the back of it. And then put this on. The only ink I used on this card was the Blueberry Bushel, because it matched with what I was doing here. And then I took this and put dimensionals on the back of it. I actually put quite a few because I didn't want it to collapse. You'll find this suite, I believe, is on page 25 of the annual catalog. It's really towards the front. Okay, then I took this piece and I glued this to the front of my DSP on the left side. Just like this. So we're going to put ribbon over here. Okay. I have to wash that off. So then I tied my ribbon to a knot, and I put a glue dot on the back, and I want it down here. Let's put some dimensionals on the back of this. You only want to put dimensionals on that half. And then we're going to put a little dab of glue right there when we get ready to glue it down. I'm just going to set it here for now so I can determine where to cut this. Okay. Take my little glue dot off of there. And we're just going to lay this on here. And we'll trim the ends after we get it where we want it on here. Just kind of down in the lower part. Then we're going to take Scotch tape. And we're going to tape that to the back. I tied a knot because I thought it looked better than tying a bow this time. I'm going to trim this a little bit. It's a little bit long. There. I just trimmed a piece off of the end of this. Sorry, it was off camera. Okay. Get that kind of even there. And then we're going to take this piece I'm going to put a little bit of glue over here so it'll stick to this, hopefully. You don't need very much, just a dab, like so. And then we're going to put this on here, just like so. Make sure it's even. And then we're going to trim our ribbon ends, because they don't need to be that long. Okay. Just like so. Okay. Now we're going to take our card base, and I'm just going to glue this to the front of the card. Just like so. You could certainly use snail if you want, but I like liquid glue so I have some time to move it over to get it even. Okay, and I've already stamped the inside, and I used the this little image right here, and then the congratulations sentiment, and this is the sentiment I used on the front. The only thing left are the rhinestones. So I decided he needed an eye. So I used one of the green ones for his eye. And then I took and put a blue one here. And then a blue one right there. Okay, and that's your card. It's simple because I had everything pretty well cut out, but it is not a hard card to make. And it's really pretty, and any graduate that you give it to will actually really like it. So you have a blessed day. Have fun stamping. Subscribe, and please go to my blog and look at the cards that I have on there, and all the dimensions are there. And anyway, go to my website if you want to order, or if you go to my blog, you can order, click on Shop Now and order, or sign up to be a demonstrator. You have a blessed day and have fun stamping.